my super nice and tidy sewing room. This is real life, okay? I have been up all day since 3:30 a.m. to be precise. And I spilled something on my shirt. It's fine. And my sewing room's a mess. So, number one, I am tired of this space. I know I did a sewing room tour pretty recently, but I can't handle it. It's closing in on me. I have fabric spilling on me, literally. I have fabric behind there. I have fabric in another room. And I cannot breathe. And so this video is gonna start off as a disaster, as you see here. I'm gonna show you everything that's wrong, everything I want to change about the room, and then you're gonna see me change it. It's not going to be here permanently, so it's gonna be changed for a short period of time. And whenever we're ready to eventually put a bathroom here, which I know is crazy, then I will move whatever changes I've made to whatever room it's gonna end up being in. But for now, I just can't wait any longer. I have to make some changes because I just can't handle it. So let me begin and show you what has been driving me crazy. So number one, I got this cutting mat from cuttingmats.net, and I love it to pieces. I got this table from Walmart. It's just a simple like $30 table. And the problem with this mat is that I had an ironing mat that I used to put on top of this, and I did not realize that it was causing this to buckle. And so I have been cutting fabric, trying to cut it precisely, but you know, of course that never works whenever it's bumpy. So when I put fabric on this spot, or I'm pinning something or doing anything, it's just completely off and warped, and so this just isn't working anymore. So I want to get a new mat. That's number one. Number two, it would be really cool, as much as I love putting these on paint cans, it would be super awesome to get a table that rises with this either a motor or a crank or something like that, and then goes back down when I need it to go down. But for now, I'm probably going to be stuck with this table and the paint cans, but I definitely want a new mat. So the next thing is the yellow. I can't handle it. Actually, when we moved in this house, the whole house was yellow. It just made it seem like a super old, dusty, musty 100-year-old house, because my house is over 100 years old. But we painted this room like I think the color is like peanut butter, and we wanted it to be this color because we had some other colors in here that made it look really nice. Well, now I just really don't like it. I want it to be bright, I want it to be fresh and clean, and I think I want it to be not completely white, but like a really bright off-white, or mostly white. So we've kind of narrowed down some colors. So we're gonna start, I mean, that's an easy fix. A coat of paint will fix like so many things. Like I said, we're not going crazy with organization because I'm eventually gonna be moving this room, maybe in 6 months, maybe in a year. But right now I'm just doing what I can to make it through. So this is a project I'm working on, by the way. Oh, and these are the only good things in the room. Flowers from my hubby about 2 days ago, so. It'd be nice if I could have those all the time, but he's shaking his head no, so probably not. Okay, so the next huge problem is that this is too many pieces of fabric. Like, this is just not okay. I mean, I love a lot of it, but what happens is I tend to keep smaller amounts of fabric. Like if I've used a part of it and I have some left, and then it's too small to do anything with. Or it's a fabric I bought like 3 years ago that is not the best quality, but kept it because I didn't want to waste it. We've acquired a prop, so don't mind him. Anyway, so some of the fabric I have is a little bit old and dated. Oh wait, that's not it. A little bit dated, and not this one in particular, but some of them are just a little bit lower quality, I guess. Yeah, Benji, is that helping you? Yeah. So some of them are lower quality, so I think I'm just gonna keep the ones that I really love, that are expensive, and get rid of the ones that are not as good quality, because I know I'll never use them. I always pick the ones that I like more versus the ones that I don't like as much. Like this one, for instance. So we have fabric on the floor. That's not a good place for it. We have more fabric on the floor. We have this fabric that's supposed to be made into garments that I've already kind of picked out, and that's used to be how I plan my makes, but it's not a good plan because then I end up with a bunch of fabric piles on my floor, and then the cats lay on them, and it's just not the best solution. So, and then I also have these rolls of faux leather that I haven't used yet that I probably need to use or get rid of. So anyways, I'm just going to go through, oh yeah, let's not even forget about this because this is just a huge mess. This is gonna fall on my head at any moment. So I probably won't touch this one because this is all Liberty, and I will probably never get rid of Liberty of London, but everything else will get a huge overhaul. Definitely just gonna think about what I can use in the future, what kind of fabric types I use more. Like I used to buy a lot of quilting cottons, and now I don't really use those at all. I usually use a cotton lawn or a rayon, and I use a lot of linen now. So linen has a good spot there. I'll probably hide those somewhere. I'll probably hide those somewhere because they're more wintry, and I won't be using them for the next couple of months. And that's about it. I just need to go through my fabric, and I need to paint the wall. I need to organize what I can, and then I'm gonna go through all of these drawers. Let me show you these drawers. So these are jam-packed, and if I move them the wrong way, they just kind of fall off the rails. So I need to clean them out. So I'm gonna try to go through that. I have a lot of kits in here, like some bra kits that I need to do. Started talking about bras, so he left. Anyway, so I have a lot of bra kits I need to do. They're awesome and beautiful, and they've just been sitting in here for like 2 or 3 years. So I'm gonna do that very soon. There's some muslin. Here are some patterns that I don't plan on making anytime soon. So I kind of like put them in another room, which I don't love because I want to kind of see all my patterns all the time, so I just know what I have. So that brings me to another point. I'm going to go through my patterns. So since this is a lot to handle and a lot to talk about and a lot to do, I'm going to leave you, and we will show some crazy videos of us doing all of these things, and it will look like we're doing it in 5 seconds, but really it'll probably take like 2 whole weeks. And then we'll come back and I will show you what my room looks like. I'm hoping it'll be a lot better to video, a lot better to sew in. It'll feel so much better. And I will probably have a separate video just showing in a little bit more detail about how I go through my fabric and maybe how I go through my patterns. Anyways, I hope you enjoy. Okay, bye. Oh yeah. So where should we start at? Because where did we stop? Where did I stop?
Oh.
I don't know. What else did I say? Anytime we have. Oh yeah.